Hare Krishna, a very happy Akshaya Trithiya. Akshaya means never ending, eternal, or that which never deteriorates. The third day, Trithiya, of the bright fortnight, Shukla Paksha, in the month of Vaishakha, is known for unlimited pastimes, hence the name Akshaya Trithiya. On this day, there is no consideration of any bad time, inauspicious time, rog, cow, udved, murat, omens, nothing. The whole day is auspicious. No need to see Nagna or Murat on this day. So what's the reason behind this glory, this glorious day? Lord Parshurama appeared on this day. We celebrate as Parshurama Jayanti. Mother Ganga descends to earth this day. Friend Sudama visited Lord Shri Krishna at Dwaraka on this glorious day. Krishna mystically protected Draupadi with unlimited Akshaya sari in the Kuru Sabha, where Draupadi raised both her hands and completely sought for Krishna's mercy. Krishna protected her on this day. The Pandavas received Akshaya Patra from the sun god, which is presently conserved in the Udupi Shri Krishna Mat. Day, the great sage Dvaipayana Vyasadeva started composing Mahabharata with the assistance of Lord Ganesh. The Mahabharata also has one of the greatest treasures, that is the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, embedded in the Bhishma Parva chapter. Adi Shankaracharya composed Kanakadhara Stotram on this day, praising Lakshmi Devi, and in return, the goddess of fortune showered golden gooseberries, literally golden gooseberries, on the house of the old devoted lady who gave her everything in alms to Shankaracharya. Kubera received his wealth and position as custodian of the treasury of the Devatas. This day marks the beginning of Treta Yuga. Barley was created by Lord Brahma. Goddess Mother Annapurna Devi appeared on this day. The Chandan Yatra, 11 days smearing of the Lord's transcendental body with the cooling sandalwood chandan, begins on this day. Kshirachora Gopinatha in Odisha got his first chandan anointed on himself by his dear devotee Srila Madhavendra Puri. The glorious festival of Ratha Yatra in Jagannath Puri, signified by 3 mammoth chariots for Jagannath, Balaram and Subhadra Mai. The building of these chariots starts on this auspicious Akshaya Trithiya day. Mahatvam Gangayaha Satatam Idam Abhati Nitara Yat Isha Shri Vishnu's Charana Kamalotpatti Shubha Gadvitiya Shri Lakshmir Ivasura Narer Archa Charana Bhavani Bharturya Shirasi Vibhavati Adbhuta Guna. Vishnu's Charana Kamalotpatti. Mother Ganga flows from Vishnu's toe when Lord Vamanadeva, during his chastisement of Bali Maharaj, stretches his legs to cover the entire upper universe. The tip of his toenail pierces the outer surface covering of this Brahmanda, from where Ganga flows. The Karana Jala flows down as the Milky Way, Akasha Ganga, where she's called Mandakini in the upper planetary system, and then she flows as Mother Ganga on the Earth planet, and in the nether regions she's called the Bhagirathi. Vishnu Charana Kamalotpatti. She comes Utpattha, her birth is from the Charana of Lord Vishnu, and she's Dvitiya Sri Lakshmi. She's second goddess of fortune, worshipped not only by the Naras, the humans, but also the Suras, the Devatas. And she blesses the already blessed Lord Shiva by taking the dust of the lotus feet of Vishnu and placing it upon the Shira of Bhavani Bhartur, Lord Shiva. So these are the great qualities of Ganga. Mother Ganga is also considered the daughter of sage Bhagiratha. She's called Bhagirathi. She's also called Jahnavi, daughter of Janhu Muni. So Ganga is a very, very auspicious, amazing river. Which Vedas, which Puranas doesn't glorify Ganga? A dip in the Ganga washes away all our sins, and we get purified by the dust of the lotus feet of the Lord that she constantly carries in the waters of the Ganges. She's also the mother of Bhishma, the great warrior. Sudama meets Krishna on this day. A very beautiful verse describes their meeting. Sakyuhu priyasya viprasher anga sanghati nirvrittaha prito vyamuchad abindun netrabhyam pushkare kshanaha. Netrabhyam pushkare kshanaha. Pushkare kshanaha is the word given to lotus-eyed personality, that is Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna's netrabhyam, netra filled with what? Bindun. Up bindun, water drops, tears were flowing from whose eyes? Krishna's eyes. How come? Because of Sangha. Sangathe, Sangati, Anga Sangati, by the touch of his body. When he embraced Sudama, just by touching Sudama's body, Krishna and the Supreme Personality of Godhead, we know all the Devatas worship him. Very difficult to please Krishna. Great tapasvis do thousands of years of tapasya. That Krishna, he is shedding tears by touch of Anga Sangati. And he is not simply shedding tears. Nirvrittaha, he is ecstatic, he is bold by the devotion of Sudama. Priyasya, great friend, Sakyaha, Vipra, the Sudama Vipra, by touching his divine body, Krishna is shedding tears. Can you imagine? What did Krishna do later? Krishna made him sit upon his own bed. He who purifies the whole world, he washed respectfully the feet of Sudama, and he sprinkled that water on his own head. He anointed him with sandalwood, agaru, kunkuma pastes, and Mother Rukmini Devi, she's fanning Sudama with her chamara, and Sudama is bewildered. Hey, what is happening? I came as a simple Brahmana, and how was Sudama? Sudama's clothing was torn, he was dirty, he was so thin that his veins were visible all over his body, malnourished, didn't eat for many days, stomach though never existed, and very skinny person. That Sudama, Krishna is embracing, Krishna is making him sit on his own bed, Rukmini Devi is fanning. All the people in the palace were astonished to see the behavior of Krishna, because this kind of honor Krishna gives only to Balarama or to Rukmini Devi or his queens. Here, Sudama, he gets this honor. Anyway, we see Sudama and Krishna's meeting, the chipped rice. Sudama brings simple chipped rice, begging from his neighbors, and as a gift to Krishna, and finally Krishna gets to know his hiding gift. He steals it and he eats it, and he relishes the chipped rice from Sudama's potli. The main thing, we have to understand the whole Sudama and Krishna's meeting from Shastric perspective. Imagine Krishna became ecstatic. Why did Krishna become ecstatic? One very beautiful verse. Kwaham daridra papiyan, kwa Krishna Shriniketana, Brahma Bandhur iti smaham, bahubhyam parirambitaha. So Bhagavatam says, Kwaham daridra, where am I? Daridra papiyan, I am so sinful. Sudama is thinking like this when he's returning back from all the royal treatment that he got. He's returning back and he's thinking like this. Look at his attitude. He says, Kwaham, where am I? Daridra papiyan, I am such a great sinful person. Daridraha, And where is Krishna? Sriniketana. He's filled with all the 6 opulences, and goddess of fortune resides with him. Where is he? Where is he? Where am I? I am just a Brahma Bandhu. I am not even a Brahmana. I am a Brahmana Bandhu. Brahmana Bandhu means, it's a very slang way of telling that you are a friend of a Brahmana. You are not a Brahmana. You are a son of a Brahmana. You are not a Brahmana. But what did Krishna do? Sudama is thinking like this. But still, Bahubhyam, by his own Bahu, by his own arms, Krishna, Harirambitaha, he embraced me. Wow, what is my great fortune? He's thinking like this. Nonetheless, Krishna embraced me with his 2 arms. Wow, this is amazing. So like this he was thinking, but then he was also very poor, and he also thought a very beautiful verse that if this poor wretch, he says Dharidraha, this poor wretch suddenly becomes rich, he will forget me. Thinking like this, Karuniko, the Supreme Lord, very compassionately, he did not grant me even a little wealth. This is what Sudama is thinking and going back. When he is going back to his house, he is thinking like this and going back. That Karuniko, Krishna being very merciful, he didn't give me any wealth because he knows if I have little wealth, I will become intoxicated, and in that happiness I will forget Krishna. So I better remain like this and think of Krishna. So this is, so Krishna even otherwise is a very, very responsible father. Unlike our other fathers, Krishna will not grant anything to his devotee until unless he is doubly sure that he can, his main intention is he has to be spiritually healthy, not materially healthy, right? Sometimes we think we eat lays and fast foods and this and that, so we get, tongue will be healthy, we will enjoy, but stomach will get spoiled. So only a concerned father, he will not give us anything that spoils our health. So Krishna is very considerate for a father, Karuniko. He is very much concerned about spiritual health of us. So he doesn't grant us unnecessary things which will deviate us from spiritual life. More you remember Krishna, better it is. Kashta Bandaga Venkataramana, right? So in many temples today, they offer chipped rice, avalakki, fruits, grains to commemorate this event, which is very nice. Alongside, we should also develop the attitude, the consciousness of Sudama. It is a consciousness that Krishna shed his tears, not for the chipped rice per se. That attitude is hidden in the verses of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Purananam iti idam tata. Srimad Bhagavatam. Purana means Bhagavatam. That is what the meaning of this verse. Sripad Madhvacharya rightly comments, Vedho Bhagavad Gita Bhagavata Vishnu Purana Ityadinam Poya Shastranam Phatena Bhagavata Vishnusya Mahatvam Purnataya Gnatum Sakyate. By reading Vedas, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavata, Vishnu Purana and other literatures, one can really know the glories of Lord Hari, Vishnu. So, speaking of Vedas, today was a day when Mahamuni Vedavyasa, after writing all the 4 Vedas with the assistance of Lord Ganesha, started compiling the 5th Veda, the essence of the Shastras, the Mahabharata. And non-stop dictation by Vedavyasa Mahamuni. So much so that the pen or the stylus with which Ganeshji was writing broke. And to stop the great narration, to not stop the great narration, immediately Ganesha broke his own teeth, one of his tusks, to continue writing the great literature, establishing his relentless dedication to serve Lord Hari. He came to be known as Ekadanta for this great act. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Vedavyasa ki jai. A verse by Ramanujacharya, Hariparayanam param Hariparayanam param Punah punarvadham yaham Hariparayanam param. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is Shri Hari. He alone is the ultimate shelter, the supreme refuge, right? So Hari is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Our whole devotion should be to the lotus feet of Lord Hari. On this day, in recent times, the common idea, goal, putty, or start new things, well, it is fine, it is good. But as Srila Prabhupada rightly puts it across, that we are not human beings with a spiritual experience, but spiritual beings with a human experience. In essence, we are spiritual. That is Sat, Chit and Ananda. But what we do asat activities like buying material gold, properties, and not delving ourselves into spiritual, chit or knowledge. That's why we are always Nirananda. So we are, in essence, now in Asat, Agnana and Nirananda state. PhDs, we are actually Nirananda Paramavadis, PhDs, Panditas, Swamijis of Nirananda. But we have to take opportunity of Akshaya Trithiya and start our spiritual journey, which is a very simple spiritual journey. The process is very simple. Just chant the holy names of Govinda, Krishna, Mukunda, Madhava. There is no happiness or success in this life if not for this, and we'll simply die like cats and dogs in ignorance. It is not my imagination I am speaking these things. The Lagu Bhagavatam very wonderfully says, Ko koti dhanam grahane khaggasya. Go koti dhanam grahane khaggasya prayaga gandodaka kalpavasaha yagnayutam meru suvarna dhanam govinda kirtana samam satam shahi. The king of Tirtha Rajas, Prayagraj, for kalpas, billions of years, vasaha, we stay there, or yagnayutam, you do great sacrifices and offer suvarna. Suvarna means gold. Gold as much as Mount Meru, which is when bigger than the Himalayas. Dhanam, you give away in dhana, charity. It is not samam. It is not equal to, you cannot even equate, cannot even consider it close to Govinda Kirtanera. Simply chanting of the holy names of Govinda. So chanting the holy names of Krishna is a very important aspect of spiritual journey, spiritual life. In fact, we heard Madhvacharya, we heard Ramanandacharya. Now Shankaracharya summarizes very beautifully. Ekam Shastram Devaki Putra Geetam Eko Devo Devaki Putra Eva. But my Lord Krishna Devaki Putra. Let there be only one Deva, Devata. Who is that? Devaki Putra Eva. Eko Devo Devaki Putra Eva. Only one mantra. Tasya Namnani Ani. One holy name. That is a holy name of Krishna. Api Ekam Tasya. Only one work. What is that? Devotion to Sevasya, Devasya Seva, devotion to Supreme Lord Hari. So this is what Shankaracharya summarizes very beautifully, that let us follow Gita, let us worship the Lord by chanting the holy names, and that is the Seva that we have to do. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is non-different from Lord Shri Krishna, he asserts, Nam Akari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Tratharpita Niyamita Smaranena Kala Etadrishi Tava Kripa Bhagavan Mamapi Daivam Idrisham Ihajani Analuragaha. Nam Akari. Lord Krishna has innumerable names. Panduranga, Vittala, Govinda, Sri Ranganatha, Sri Ranga. Right? Then we have Jagannatha there, Dwarkadisha, Vrindavan Chandra, Mayapur Chandra. What not names, amazing. Achyuta, Keshava, Govinda, Mukunda, so many amazing names. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna is saying, Nam Akari Bahuda. So many names you have, and in every name, Nija Sarva Shaktis, you've invested all the potencies in every name. Not that, oh, Krishna name is great, Vittala name is not good. Okay, this is complete, that's nothing. All Nija Sarva Shaktis, all names are amazing and transcendental. Anybody can chant the holy names. Hindu, Muslim, Christian, no niyama. Whether you are in any phase, some death in the family, or the women have their time, there is no consideration to chant Niyamita. Smaranena Kala. There is no time, there is no Smaranas. Just do Nama Smarana anytime. Right? So that is what Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying. He's invested all the potencies in this. So what are we waiting for? Akshaya Tritiya, start chanting.